Corla Rokochy went into the Dragon's Den with an idea and came out with a major investment to make her snappy socks dream a reality. Rokochy's appearance aired this past week on CBC's The Dragon's Den, a concept which began from the mounds of socks she launders per week at home to finding the creative solution of snapping socks together before they actually head into the wash, saving time in the sorting process after they come out of the dryer. After making the pitch to the panel with her 5 children and husband Patrick by her side, the Dragons made their offer.
I asked for $50,000 for a 25% stake in the company, and they came back and negotiated 50% for 50. And it was with 2 dragons, so Brett Wilson, who's originally from North Battleford and now lives in Calgary, and Arlene Dickinson, which she's a mom of 4, and I knew she'd have a soft spot for a mom. But a lot of times if you watch the show, you find out that things don't always, sometimes deals don't go through, sometimes it's there's due diligence and they do a lot of research. And in the meantime, Arlene actually is not part of the company, and just Brett is, so he's my sole investor, and he has 25% for the $25,000. So I still own 75% of my company.
And since the show aired this past week, Corla has already been contacted by over 40 baby boutiques inquiring about her snappy socks, with a rep on the ground in Calgary taking orders for the product line. A product line which will now be produced overseas rather than out of her family living room.
To start with, we had socks that came from a wholesaler, and we were buying the snaps from a company and putting them on, which is a machine about that big, and you had to really reef on them. So we had some sore arms in our house, and we had to get just the right, because some people pushed too hard and some of the kids weren't hard enough. But I knew there's no way that we're going to supply 45 stores, and if we get into a big box store like Babies R Us, we're not going to be making the socks in our living room. So we've actually sourced it overseas.
And with her snappy socks line now in production for infants through adults, Corla is already thinking of the next phase of her business, including contacting the CNIB to pitch the snappy sock idea to assist the visually impaired. And if there was one piece of advice she'd give to any aspiring entrepreneur, Corla had these comments.
I think just keep a positive attitude and, just go for it, because I think I had this idea, and without the show, it's been a lot of work, and, there's a lot of time, there's a lot of money, there are ups and downs, and it's been an exciting last week, but it's been a year to get here, and some entrepreneurs have spent, a decade with their idea, and just stick with it, and, just keep put one foot in front of the other, and good things are going to happen if you believe in it and you put the work in.
Corla Rokochy grew up in the Davidson area and is the daughter of former Saskatchewan Rough Rider Wayne Shaw. The Snappy Socks by Corla line are currently available for purchase here in Swift Current at PharmaSave. And in the coming weeks, shoppers can check out Corla's website for more store locations.